All right, welcome back to the Elias Macko Show. Joined now by Myles Charon. He's a West Islander. And he says he never expected he would be a full-time caregiver, but now he is. He's taking care of his 92-year-old mother. And the reason why he's responsible for more and more care is seemingly cutbacks. Let's go to Myles Charon. He's on the line. Myles, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Why don't you tell me about yourself, about your mother?
Well, my mother was living on her own, and last year she has congestive heart failure, so she was retaining water, and we took her to the hospital, and when they discharged her a month later, they said she cannot go back to living on her own. She's going to need to be taken care of. So I fixed up a room in the house, and at that time they told me the COC is going to help you, and they gave me a bed, and they gave me a commode, and other things that I needed. And they said they would visit 4 times a day to assist with the cleaning and other services.
Uh-huh.
And at that time, they were using an agency called Comfort Elite, and they would basically do the schedule and dispatch the people. But at one point this summer, CLC made the decision that it's not cost effective to give the job to somebody else. Uh-huh. If they run it themselves, they don't pay an agency fee, they pay the people directly, and supposedly it was going to be better. Mm-hmm. That's not what happened. They don't have the manpower. They sorely underestimated the number of people that they needed. They're scrambling to hire people. So in interim or permanently, because when the government takes something away, they never give it back, they're cutting. So in the morning, they used to wash her head to toe. Mm-hmm. Now she only gets what's called the general wash, 15 minutes and they're gone.
Yeah.
I don't get my 1 o'clock anymore, so I'm down to 3 visits. In the afternoon, they give a proper wash, but that's an inconvenient time for me, but I will adapt. And in the evening, we're back to another 15 minutes. Now, to be totally fair, if somebody has soiled himself badly, 15 minutes isn't going to cut it. It just isn't enough time. I'm very friendly with the PABs, and they have said that they're behind schedule by 9 o'clock, 9:30. They're already behind schedule.
Yeah.
She used to get 2 showers a week. That's cut down to 1 shower a week. And that shower is now doing my respite. And because the shower is a big production, I want to be there for the shower. So I don't really get my full respite because I need to be there to assist. They used to do the showers in the morning. Now, again, it's not just about me. There are more people in this situation than just me.
Yeah.
Some people only get 1 visit a week. And someone told me a story of an older woman who gets 2 showers a week, and that's all she gets from them.
Yeah.
And they come to make sure she doesn't fall in the shower. And they told her we're only be coming once a week. And she was in tears. I can't go a week between showers. That's disgusting. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing to be done about it because that's how they're saving money. And the complete, I think, insult was Thanksgiving. I will receive no services for 2 reasons.
Sorry, say that. Sorry, the connection was a little bit off there, Myles. Say that again. You said Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving
of last year?
No, this year.
Okay, on Monday you're talking about.
On Monday, I've been informed that I will receive no service. And it's not right across the board. There are some people who don't have anybody to help whatsoever. So they're not going to abandon those people. People who live alone won't be abandoned. But because my mother has some support, I will not get even, like I said, from 4 to 3. On Thanksgiving, I will get 0. Uh-huh. And there's a couple of reasons. One is that the CLSC is unionized. The people have been there a while. They're entitled to their holidays, and the government has to pay double pay. Mm-hmm. So again, I really believe these cutbacks are all about money. And by cutting services on Thanksgiving, it's a big windfall for them because instead of paying double pay, they're just paying holiday pay.
Myles, we're with Myles Charon. He's now taking care of his 92-year-old mother more than he ever thought he would due to cutbacks at home with home care from the CLSC. So, Myles, how has this changed your life and your wife's life?
Well, for example, you can tell by my voice, I'm exhausted. I just got sick a couple of days ago because I took my mother to the Glen, and we should have called an ambulance, but I tried to take her in my car. I did. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it's not even a full-time job. It's a 24/7 job. Juggling the medications, chasing doctors. She was complaining of pain. I went from cardiologist to GP to nurse practitioner, trying to get her changes in medication. I was successful. As you can see, I'm pushing a lot of buttons. I'm shaking a lot of trees. There are a lot of people in my shoes that aren't as proactive as me. So I feel for them because I'm really making a lot of noise and I'm getting some results. But you know, this is not just a me problem. And I don't know how old you are, but I'm 68. Will be 68. It's only a matter of time before I need these services. And if you do you plot the graph, there won't be any services.
Well, Myles, that's why it's so concerning. And I'll say this because I wanted to make sure you got to tell your story here. It was a few years back. My mom was, who has now passed away. She got ALS, right? So she was getting care from the CLSC. And I remember, what you were talking about. It was a struggle, right, to get the amount of care. And we would have days where they would just cancel and just not be able to show up and that kind of thing. So I had flashbacks as you were telling your story. It seems like this is going to be a story that we hear more and more of. Before I have to let you go, Myles, is there anything else you want to have heard on the air to our listeners today?
I would really like to have, not just me, more time. I would like to do a segment where you let people call in with their horror stories, because I'm concerned that everyone's going to think it's just about me and his situation is unique, and you say, well, he's the one with the big mouth, he's the one complaining. But I can tell you there's hundreds. I belong to a West Island support group, 5,500 members just for the West Island of caregivers. It's a massive, massive problem. And it needs to be addressed. And I would love if you would let other people also tell their stories.
I'll tell you something, Myles. Every time we have opened up our phone lines to talk about healthcare, I know what happens, right? The lines go crazy. I think people do want to talk about this. So we'll be in touch, okay? Because I think your idea is a perfect one. We'll figure out the day and the time to do it. But I think to have you and maybe some of the other people you've talked to, and we open up our phone lines, would be a really worthwhile segment. Myles, thanks so much for adding your voice to the conversation.
Thank you very much.
That's Myles Charon right there.